5 minutes left on the clock, chefs.
I'm grabbing the salmon off my grill and it's starting to fall apart. I'm hoping I can get enough flavor from my vinaigrette to make the dish work.
I'm gonna make some type of vinaigrette. I'm gonna whisk some olive oil in there. I'm hoping to offset the strong tasting mustard.
Salmon normally breaks, especially once it's exposed to the temperature.
It's very painful to look at Voulez cooking the salmon.
I realized that I have to do something in order to cover the damaged surface of the salmon.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
3, 2.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Time is up. Look at this guy.
Hello.
Hi. He figures into this whole business. The clip, you rakishly handsome. The clip we just showed you.
This is gonna be a 7-minute segment of pictures of Dave Noll.
The pictures we just showed you was from a little cooking competition show.
Perhaps you've heard of it.
Chopped, maybe?
Yeah.
What you probably didn't know is that it almost didn't exist.
That's something.
Could you imagine? It was rejected.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind?
So this is a great story to me. So that show was pitched in 2007,
Yeah.
and Food Network was the giant of those things.
Yeah.
Totally rejected. But thank goodness the show creator did not give up on the show or himself or his vision. And he's here with us now. Dave Noll went back to the drawing board, repitched it in 2009, and the rest is clearly history.
It's
We've
insane.
seen that show everywhere.
It's insane how it's taken off between all the different versions. Now over 1,000 episodes. And it's insane that I'm here talking to you all. Thank you so much.
Stop it right
This is
now.
unbelievable.
It's really
great.
good to have you.
It's unbelievable for us. And you should know your legacy lives on because we play Chopped in my house.
So this is a true story.
With my nephews and
my
nieces.
daughter Sophia is here with me. She's in the green room right now. She say she was like 10 years old. She was invited to a birthday party. And Sophia has this amazing smile and she's very precocious. She's invited to this birthday party. My wife Jen goes to pick her up and the mom pulls her aside and is like, oh, I just want to tell you one thing. We had a Chopped party. And little Sophia told everyone her dad created it. Like as if she was making it up.
As if she were lying.
And so Jen was like, oh no, he did. And she's like, what? It's very weird. It's very weird. It's all weird.
So listen, we're talking a lot about Chopped, but you've actually been part of creating more than 60 TV shows.
It's been
loads
a
of stuff.
crazy run.
And then
It's
that
insane.
led to this book that you wrote, which I think is so fascinating. It's called The Visionary in Charge. And you kind of talk about your humble beginnings, where you started. You talk about the struggle. You talk about getting shot down when you try to pitch stuff. And then you talk about how people can do what you did, which is unlock their dreams, turn them into a reality.
Pitching TV shows is all about, I mean, you guys know this, all about rejection.
Right.
It's literally,
100%.
I work with this wonderful woman, Cleve Keller. We have been best friends basically for 20 years. And we just constantly create shows.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to her this morning, I was talking to her yesterday. What about this? What about this? We call ourselves What About This people. All these ideas that are constantly coming at you. What do you think about this? And then you just pitch. But what we know is 99% of everything we do will just disappear.
Yep.
Just gone.
Yeah.
There it is.
Especially
Even
in
the
this
best stuff.
industry, it's you could be super smart, the head of your class, super talented, but they're just not what you're looking for.
And so that is really, like, everyone kept saying, well, why are you writing this book? Why are you writing this book? The publisher reached out to me. I was posting on LinkedIn all these stories, and the publisher reached out and said, would you think about writing a book? And I was like, I guess, kind of. It's amazing. It's, sure. Yeah. That sounds fantastic. And then she's like, I said, why? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like there's got to be better people.
Give us the 3. You've got 7. We only have time for 3.
Oh my gosh.
So
Plus, we want people to buy the book to read the last 4.
Hello.
So give us your top 3 tips.
All right, so one tip that I talk about is be ready for the X point. The X point are these ideas that come at people, these dreams. Even if you're looking for a side hustle, right? Or if your dream is to get married. I don't know, whatever your dream is. These moments come at you, and you have to be ready. One of the things Cleve and I have learned is every day you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready to go. If you're exhausted one day, it's like it's never going to happen. If you're angry, if you're bitter, if you're angry at the boss, so be ready for the X point.
Another one.
The other thing I read about is there is no fear and there is no failure, meaning we've come up with, and they're all in the book, so many different ways to overcome fear, right? Like when you're a kid, if you get that F, I mean, I know what I used to do, hide it from my parents,
Yeah.
right? Like, do everything you can. My kids are here. You shouldn't do that. You should not do that. But that's what I did. I was like, but when if you're looking for these life-changing moments, you cannot think of them as fear or failure. You have to just think of them. And so Cleve and I, we just think of them as a step forward.
Right.
We know that you have to get X number of steps to get a hit show, like New York Lit.
If we didn't play a game show with you, it would be such a huge waste of
We're
talent.
short on time, so we'll call
Here we
this the
go.
speed round.
All right, this is the speed
This is the
round.
speed
What do
round.
we have?
What are we
Look,
doing?
I'm usually on your side of the
Yeah.
camera.
What are we doing?
All right, here
we
we go.
We have a whiteboard and a
I'm going to
marker.
give you clues. These are extremely famous women. You write down, whoever writes it down first, and then hold it. Are you ready? Here we go.
Ready to go.
This is a true story. I've met her several times. Even though she's a very popular celebrity all around the world, she's extremely nice, and she's a hugger. She's a hugger. Now she's 42 years old. Hold on.
Oh, come on.
42.
Uh-oh, 42.
Is married and has 2 daughters. She's the most famous person in her family, but her sister is incredibly well known.
Jeez.
Dun, 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 dun. She started training for her sport at the age of 3.
Oh.
Here we
No,
go. Here we
no.
go. And has now won 23 Grand Slam singles
Oh,
titles.
oh, oh.
So much crossing out, people. So much crossing out. There we go. JD for 50 points. You got it.
Serena.
Serena.
You had Katie, Celia Cruz. And I have no idea.
I started
who
with
else.
Celia Cruz. I was going to go Reese Witherspoon.
Maddie Saul is
Angela
just
Decky.
writing
I know.
female names.
This is going to be a first in history. The one
names.
show, the one question game show, because we're all out of time. Dave's one question. It's a new game show
thank you
idea
all so
from Dave
much.
Knoll soon.
Thank you so much. Get the book,
Dave.
Visionary in Charge, wherever you get your books. That's on his website, DaveKnollTV.com, or wherever you get your books. This has been a treat, sir. Thank
And
you.
continue to watch Chopped and continue to watch everyone's favorite New York talk show, New York Living.